What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, MATCHROOM CEO and promoter Eddie Hearn indirectly admits that two-time heavyweight world champion British superstar boxer Tyson the Gypsy King Fury had to have some sort of unfair advantage because he stated in his showdowns prior to the second fight with Olympic bronze medalist, former WBC reigning heavyweight world champion, American superstar boxer Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, Tyson Fury had not ever displayed any bit of punching power, says Eddie Hearn. He says that Tyson Fury had never displayed any punching power in his career. He says, let's be honest here. He says it's not like he's been knocking people out and hurting people over his duration of his career. Then Eddie Hearn caught himself and stated, he saw the avenue, he saw the road that he was going down, right? Essentially, indirectly admitting that Tyson Fury has never displayed any punching power. So where did it come from against Deontay Wilder? Obviously, we know there's an asterisk by that second fight because Deontay Wilder, along with many other people like Nicholas Asbury, Tyson Fury's sparring partner, has claimed that Tyson Fury had zero punching power, right? He's not a big puncher. Deontay Wilder said that after the first fight because they fought twice. They fought the first fight to a draw, and Tyson Fury didn't hurt Deontay Wilder seriously in that fight, right? He never inflicted any real punishment upon Deontay Wilder. Then in a rematch, out of nowhere, he displayed this unworldly punching power. It's like the roles reversed. Deontay Wilder had 97% knockout power in percentage in his career, the highest in the history of sport of boxing. And it was like the roles were reversed, right? And we saw Nicholas Asbury, Tyson Fury's sparring partner, who was preparing Tyson Fury for Deontay Wilder, right? Nicholas Asbury, he stated that Tyson Fury took all the padding out of his gloves. He even demonstrated and showed the gloves that Tyson Fury wore with the padding falling out the gloves, the cushion. And he stated that they informed Nicholas Asbury that they were trying to give Tyson Fury a bit more confidence going into the Wilder fight, right? And Nicholas Asbury stated that he felt in one of their sparring sessions when Tyson Fury hit him in the ribs that Tyson Fury may have had something, a blunt object in his glove, said that it was a sharp pain that he felt unlike any before, right? And he demonstrated, he showed the gloves. These are the gloves Tyson Fury used. They had no padding in the knuckle area. And he said, these are the gloves that they gave me to use, right? Deontay Wilder says that, the injuries he sustained against Tyson Fury, according to his medical attention, they stated that it had to be a blunt object in the gloves, right? Eddie Hearn is now saying that he knows over the duration of Tyson Fury's career, he's never been known to be a power puncher. So he don't know where the power came from. But like I said, during this conversation, during this interview, Eddie Hearn caught himself, right? He realized what avenue he was going down, and he had to make adjustments to it because he was indicating is that he stated that people was in his inbox and they was telling him that Tyson Fury is going to knock out Anthony Joshua, his fighter, two-time unified heavyweight world champion, British superstar boxer, who just recently knocked out Kubrat Pulev, his IBF mandatory challenger this past Saturday night. With that said, Eddie Hearn says that, he was informing people they must be mad because Tyson Fury doesn't have punching power. He's never had punching power, right? He says, so that's not going to be the case with Anthony Joshua. He don't expect that to happen. That's not going to happen against Anthony Joshua because Tyson Fury don't have punching power. So that won't be on display against his fighter. And then he stopped himself and realized what avenue he was going down. And then Eddie Hearn made the adjustment to what he was saying and said, well, the difference is, Tyson Fury now, since he got with Sugar Hill and he's working on his power and adding power to his game, there may be a chance because he is a skilled boxer and he's a very big guy, 6'9", 275 pounds. So there is a danger that he can hurt you now in the fight. See, so Eddie Hearn tried to correct himself, but he already let the cat out the bag, so to speak, okay? Because Eddie Hearn already said over the duration of Tyson Fury's career, he's never been known to be a power puncher, and he also stated he don't know where that power came from in the second fight with Deontay Wilder. Well, this is what everybody else in the world who had something to say, who raised the eyebrow to that performance Tyson Fury laid out against Deontay Wilder, that he was so confident that he was going to stop Deontay Wilder. He was so confident that he had the punching power. He was so confident that the added weight was going to give him the much needed punching power. Well, anybody who knows the sport of boxing, just because you add weight doesn't mean you're going to miraculously become a knockout artist. Okay, Paulie Malignaggi went up from lower weight classes to welterweight. He didn't display any punching power as he gained weight. That just doesn't happen. Okay, if you're a puncher, it's natural, right? You can't teach power, point blank and period. So it doesn't matter who you get with, what adjustments you make. Right? You can't teach power. You're not going to miraculously become a power puncher because you got with a certain trainer, especially at an advanced age of 30 plus years old as Tyson Fury is. Okay? You cannot teach an old dog new tricks, and you cannot teach something that's just genetics. If you have power, you have it. Nobody can explain the punching power that Deontay Wilder has. Okay? The punching power that Mike Tyson displayed. Okay? The punching power that Julian Jackson displayed, and guys of that nature. Okay? That's just genetics. George Foreman, big George Foreman, okay? Muhammad Ali and George Foreman, see, a lot of people call George Foreman big George Foreman, right? But if you really truly look at it, Muhammad Ali and George Foreman weren't that too different in size, okay? George Foreman was 6'3", 225 pounds, and Muhammad Ali was 6'3", and about 220 pounds. So they were only about 5 pounds off, okay? But the difference is George Foreman had natural punching power and Muhammad Ali didn't. So you can't teach power. You're not going to get into this stage 30 fights in your career, and then miraculously you're going to start displaying this knockout power. That does not happen, okay? That's not natural. It's not normal. It don't happen. And just because you add a few pounds onto yourself. Tyson Fury has always been a big guy, point blank and period. He's always had the size advantage in every fight he stepped in the ring with. Okay? He's never, and then Eddie Hearn says, outside of the Steve Cunningham fight, when has Tyson Fury displayed any serious power punching leading up into that, into the rematch with Deontay Wilder? Up until that point, Tyson Fury, over the duration of his career, has never displayed this punching power. He says now he overwhelms people. This is what I've been saying. Tyson Fury overwhelms you. He may get a stoppage. Out of all his knockouts in his career, Tyson Fury has 4 knockouts. Okay? 4 knockouts over the duration of his career. Knockouts. Now, he has stoppages, but he doesn't have pure knockouts, okay? And he's always been the bigger guy in every fight he's been in. He was the bigger guy when he fought against Vladimir Klitschko, okay? Vladimir Klitschko was 6'6", 240 pounds. And Tyson Fury was still the bigger guy. Tyson Fury has never been in a size disadvantage. He's always had the size advantage, okay? So him adding weight didn't miraculously give him punching power. Him having unfair advantages like having little to no padding in the knuckle area in his gloves when he fought Deontay Wilder is what gave him the advantage. Him having taken all the padding out of his gloves when he sparred Nicholas Asbury was the one that gave him the advantage, okay? Like I stated, and Eddie Hearn is unconsciously stated, he didn't pay attention to what he was saying. He was rambling on, as he always does. And he let the cat out the bag, and he let it be known that he himself believes that, and he don't believe that he could display the punching power necessary to knock out Anthony Joshua. And when Nicholas Asbury, you could go look at his Instagram and his social media, Nicholas Asbury lets it be known that another one of Anthony Joshua's signed fighters was at the sparring session, and they informed Anthony Joshua, look what Tyson Fury's doing, and Anthony Joshua stated that he understood, and they was very aware of the tricks that Tyson Fury adds to his game. So this is nothing new to them. Okay, so with that said, they understand and they are very aware of Tyson Fury's always bending the rules. Okay, but what's at stake is this massive undisputed showdown on UK soil that's never been done before, and Eddie Hearn wants to deliver that, as well as Queensberry Promotions and founder and CEO Frank Warren, who co-promotes Tyson Fury. They want this undisputed match between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua on UK soil, and they'll overlook anything to get that fight because it's a huge, massive, groundbreaking fight. It's historic for the UK, and they will not allow that. They don't want to allow that to slip away. But this is abundantly clear that everybody's on board and everybody sees what went on between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury in that rematch. Okay, just like Eddie Hearn displayed and stated, Tyson Fury has never had punching power outside of 2 fights in his entire career. That's the Steve Cunningham fight, Steve Cunningham was a cruiserweight who was a blown up heavyweight, is not a big guy, and Tyson Fury used illegal tactics in that fight to get the knockout. And then the Deontay Wilder rematch. So Eddie Hearn was stating that, he's not going to display any bit of punching power against Anthony Joshua because that's not what he's known for. So drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace. And another thing is, this is why they do not want to, or they're trying to avoid the trilogy match with Deontay Wilder by any means necessary, due to the fact that this fight is going to be on an even playing field. Tyson Fury's approach to the trilogy match is going to be viewed with a magnifying glass, his gloves, everything. And they know at that point in time it's going to be on an even playing field. He will not have any unfair advantages. And they know the threat that Deontay Wilder poses to that UK undisputed showdown. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.